Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of The Tenant Farmer. My name is David, as always, and today you join me on another beautiful spring morning here. We're clearing out a bit of muck from our box muck heap over here, and we're doing so with our new loader tractor. It's a beautiful time to get some work in, some road work in with the 6714. And we've been clearing out a little bit of this so far. There's only probably one more load left there, and then we're going to be doing a bit of groundwork. We need to get ourselves ready to get some drilling done soon. But before all of that, we're going to get ourselves in now. We've carted off a few loads there already, and let's just get that down. Wonderful. Loving the loader on here so far. Makes light work of pulling this trailer around, that's for sure. Let's just get ourselves all hooked up here. All right, we are good to go. So we're going to be hauling this over to the new ground. Just because eventually, what I'm thinking is there's going to be a bit of spring barley going into that new ground there, and then we'll have the opportunity to spread this in the autumn before we drill the next winter crop there. So we will capitalize on that now and just take this load away. It's a lovely smooth ride with this tractor. Really, I mean, we've got quite a heavy trailer load behind us, but you just don't feel it. It's great, absolutely superb. And yeah, it pulls like a train as well for what I am used to. So it's all good. Now what we're going to do, like I say, is get this one tipped quickly, and then we can get back. We're going to go and roll the new ground as well, because there's quite a few stones in there from whatever the last passage of cultivation was. So we want to see what it looks like, see if we can get those rolled in, so it's not going to cause us any issues before we drill it. And yeah, it might be our last time out with our this season, at least with our current combination drill, because I want to try and steer away from heavy tillage work, and so to do that we need to think of other options. Now that might be for the foreseeable having a contractor come in to do some of the work because we don't have a drill, but we'll see what that looks like as and when everything changes. Stop and say hello to someone there quickly over the wall, but we're away. Yeah, nice quiet day for today. It's still a little bit of frost on the ground, so the ground's hard. We're not making too much of a mess, which is always good, because if you do make a mess, you just gotta come back and clean it all up at the end. But we're looking good. So we'll get this tipped. I could have used the 5470. We're going to be using that in a bit, and I just wanted to put this to work, really. New tractor felt like it had the need to, and it's just so much smoother with the gearbox here, flying through the ranges as we go up these small hills, and we'll see. And a couple of other jobs to do on the horizon. May have just got myself so distracted with talking to you folks that I missed my entrance. Look at that. Still not 100% used to coming into here. So let's try that again. Good job there's no one behind me. We'll lift this up as well just to make it a little easier. We have done a bit of fence trimming, or a bit of fence removal here, just to make it that bit easier to get in. It's still a bit of a slalom, but it's a darn sight easier than where it was, that's for sure. And then as soon as we get through that side, we might have to come in with and just trim back some of these branches ever so slightly, but ultimately this is how we're going to make it around. Tight to that fence there, but we're through. Excellent stuff. Grass is starting to grow here a little bit as well, I find. This field hasn't had anything on it. We're just going to see what this is like as a bit of an experiment, really. And truthfully, we just ran out of slurry. So we'll leave this bit. The rest of the grassland here has all had a good hit of slurry, so it should really start to kick on soon. And then we'll monitor it. We'll see what it looks like for either if we're going to get a cut of silage off at first, or if we're going to do hay straight away. Maybe do one half of it in first cut silage. I don't know, but we'll see. Got the field over the road that we can always look into as well, and the fields around the yard, so we're really not going to be short for grass, which is going to be handy. But yes, it's going to be good for us to try and limit the amount of man-made fertilizers that we'll have to put onto here, and that is the aim. That's what I really want to strive to do, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Okay, just quite a bit of grassland around here. Baby deer that needs to get away. Yeah, everything else is coming along very nicely. The cattle are doing well. They're spending a little bit more time outside now, which is good. And yeah, we're seeing a bit more of progress there, and hopefully they might be getting turned out for real in the not too distant future, would like to hope. So yeah, we're trying not to run on the cultivated area too much, but as you can see, a lot of stones around here. want to try and limit that a little bit. But we'll have to see how we get on. And I made a bit of progress here this morning, which is quite handy. But I think there's only might nearly be one trailer load left, so we might not even take that one back for right now. But yeah, let's just get this one tipped here anyway. Oh, easy, that's a bit too far. Alright, seems to be tipping. Ooh, want to get into that before it starts to roll over. Lord. There you go, that's a little easier. I think we're done. Let's have a quick look. Oh, I'd say so. Looking very fine indeed. Okay, get that shut. Let's get that down. The tree there as well. All right, and away we go. Looking good. And yeah, so that will allow us to get this field covered. We're going to leave this out here. We'll probably end up adding to it for a little bit more as well as we go on through the latter days of spring. But yeah, now is really time for us to get ready to start working on these fields because they are ready to go pretty much. And it's want to capitalize on this good weather so we don't have to get in the fields too much. Really focusing on the plans with the cereal crops for the next few years. We've always had an intention of slowly converting across to organic in the same manner that we are with our grasslands. So that's something we have to figure out and we'll have to watch. But yeah, it is all in the working, that's for sure. And we will, yeah, we'll see. But I think my hope is that we could get the drill out tomorrow. And we'll be looking good. So out with the rollers now though on the 5470, and then we'll be able to just see how that field looks, roll in some of those stones, hopefully get them away, push them in a bit, and then we'll be able to bring the drill over the top. But we'll have to see how that's all going to work out. Let's slow this down again. Where it does get a little tight. Nothing that we can't manage. Much easier now than it was, that is for sure. And through we go. Excellent stuff. Our John Deere baler is back as well. It went away for a service there and a bit of a tune-up, but it's all done. We decided to just send it to a local dealer to have a look at for a few bigger jobs on that one. So it's all dialed in, especially because we knew we were going to be doing a lot more square bales this year. We wanted it all singing true. So, and it is now. It's looking very, very good. I'm happy with that. Very pleased with that decision. And I'm hoping that we can turn out quite a few bales. We're going to be storing them at the new yard there on top of the new land, and also a few in our shed. We've still got a fair few trailer loads left in our shed at the moment, which we'll keep for ourselves next year. But yeah, a lot of it will be focusing on going to consumers rather than for our own consumption. And take our time through. There we go. Lovely stuff. Alrighty, well. There's only about half a trailer load left up there. We'll leave that for now, and then we can always come back and take the rest of it away once we get a little bit more from the cattle. They do need to be bedded up at some point soon, so we'll probably look to try and combine those two things. Right now, let's just get this into here. Lift the loader up a bit as well, and swing this trailer in. Still got that dip there. Overall, the yard is much better, but there's a bit of a sinkhole forming there I need to look after. Excellent stuff. Do also need to don't know why that bucket's pointing down. Anyway, yeah, tractor's looking pretty neat here, I think. And then what we'll do is just go and park this up in the yard actually, and then get on with the Massey. We'll pick up those rollers that we've left over in the nearby pasture there, and then we'll head off. So we also need to figure out, I need to get some form of big topper, I think, or mulcher or something, and I'll show you why on the way out. A bit of a plan that we need to tackle. But yeah, it's always nice actually. I'm enjoying having a lot of different problems to solve at the moment. That's been really enjoyable. Okay. And let's just park this about here for now. Looking at actually seeing if we could put the Arcton bale stacker onto the Fiat come harvest time, and I think we might get away with it. I won't get away with it though. Is leaving my lights on. There you go. And into the 5470. And what we'll do, like I say, we're just gonna go for a bit of a drive, pick up those rollers. This tractor's still going to do a lot of the heavier work for now, so we just have to take the loader off there. It's going to like put the drill on the front of this, for example, or on the back of this, and put the press on the front, because it's still capable, still more than capable. And we're going to start with a little bit of light work for this, really, which is just going to be picking up these rollers here. Alright, and off we go. Not going to be a particularly quick trip for us here. These are not really designed to go hurtling down the road, so we'll just take our time along the same way that we've just come from. And then we'll get ourselves into the field and have it all set up and see how we get on there, I think. But hey, it's a nice day. It's nice and early as well, so there's not too much traffic on the road. And we will be able to just bootle our way down through the village. Alright, well that was a bit of a loud rattle, but we're here anyway, and in we go. Ooh, it's not going to get around there that way. Nailed it. Perfect. Alright then, so, just a gentle cruise up the hill. That's better, found the right range, and off we go. So yeah, this will be done, like I say, we're going to be looking into a few contractors for drilling in this autumn, because we're going to try a bit more of a direct approach there, which we can't really do with our combination drills. So there's going to be a lot of work to be done with that one as we kind of evolve our plan. But and as I mentioned earlier, we just bought that tractor, which means that we're going to be severely limited as to what we can do or what we could buy moving forward. So we'll have to see about that. Or at least for this year, and we'll take stock again in the spring next year. Yeah, hoping to see that we can get some good income from the farm there across the new revenue streams, and of course having this extra arable field here is always going to be a bonus. And we're going to be making a lot of straw this year as well. Plan to even try and make some OSR straw that we may use for ourselves and sell on some of the better barley straw. So there's a few different plans in the works there at least. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing how that all comes together. Now, I'm not expecting this field to take us too long to do, and I'm hoping that it gets rid of buries a lot of these stones, but we'll have to see. The ground is quite hard, like I mentioned, so it might not. But we'll just have to see what happens, really. And let's get ourselves set up in the field, and then we'll show you what we're doing. And alright then, bit of a push around, but the rollers are set up now. Quite promisingly, we've made a bit of a mess there, which means that the soil is going to be not too hard in places. Now, let's just go down to there. We'll go into... We're in 2B. Let's start with that, to be or not to be, and see how we get on. 2C maybe then. Actually pushing in more of the mat on the top there. I don't know if it's going to be rolling in any stones, but we'll keep going. Also, if this is the case, it may well be something that we just have to tackle later on in the spring there, maybe. In the autumn, sorry. Is it reducing any of these down a bit? I think it's doing a few. Some of the smaller stones being pushed in there, which is probably a start at least, and we'll see what we're looking like. Otherwise, it's going to be a long old day of me rock picking here. But yeah, we'll give this a couple of rolls over there, maybe hit it from a couple of different directions. And then we can see how it's all coming together. So that will be the plan. It's going to be me here for the next couple of hours at least. And we'll see how it goes. But thank you very much for staying with me for this morning. Just a little bit of an update, really. Drilling is going to be happening over the next few days, I think, as we look to really crack along. So we will bring you along for the ride to see what that looks like. And until next time, I think we'll leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. I've been David. This has been the latest episode of The Tenant Farmer, where things are already starting to kick into gear for spring. And we'll see you in the next one. Until then, folks, do stay safe. Enjoy whatever you're getting up to there. And we will see you in the next one. Catch you later.